Hi, yo, folks. This is Max from HiOnAndroid.com and my YouTube channel, youtube.com/ZeroMax. So today we have a special video of reviewing the year 2011. We only got two more days. By the way, happy holidays and happy New Year to everybody. Just in case I don't upload another video. So I've got most of the cool phones that came out this year on my left here. So let's just go over how it fared versus Apple. So we first got the Evo 3D. This is still one of my favorite phones because one of the qualities that makes this phone really cool is the 3D effect, the 3D screen, and also the processor on it. I'm really about the processors because the processor is what makes the phone blaze through your apps. The Evo 3D with dual-core 1.2 gigahertz processor, it's still really fast. I put a custom ICS ROM and it runs even faster than the Galaxy Nexus. So I would have to say this is a really great device because it came out the earliest in June versus all these other phones because, you know, HTC had the fastest phone before everybody, and now everybody else is making faster phones, kind of faster, but you know, still HTC Evo 3D in my mind is a really great phone still. So that's the Evo 3D, and then what did come out next? I think we're gonna skip the Droid Bionic today. I've left it somewhere. And then the Galaxy S2. These phones are awesome. This is the AT&T Sprint and the T-Mobile, and Verizon skipped the S2 for the Galaxy Nexus. These are great phones. I would say the Galaxy S2 is slightly faster than the HTC Evo 3D, mostly because it has a faster processor. Except for the T-Mobile, these two and all the other Galaxy S2s in the world have Samsung Exynos 1.2 gigahertz processor, which is, you know, much faster than other like TI or Qualcomm 1.2 gigahertz. These are like more rated, like 1.6 on those. Just from my personal experience, and you can see the screen is much larger. This is the T-Mobile version. And the Sprint version, which is 4.5 inch. So to compare it to the iPhone, it's much larger, and it actually doesn't feel much larger because it's so thin and lighter than the iPhone 4S. Oh, I forgot to do this with the. If you like having a little bit of a brick feeling like the iPhone 4, then I would get the Evo 3D, which gives you that brick feel. You need to feel something. But the future is here, really, the Galaxy S2, and that was, these are like really my favorite phones for a while. And then came out the Droid Bionic, and then the world's thinnest phone. This is actually my favorite of all when I go clubbing or something. When I want to have the least amount of stuff in my pocket, or at least, you know, it's so thin that when you put it in your pocket, you can't even feel it. And it's a really sleek phone. The battery life is quite good, and the screen, you can see here, is the same resolution as the iPhone 4S. Really, the key part of the Droid Razr is that it's really thin. I mean, I really love this phone. So that was the Droid Razr, and then came out the Galaxy Nexus. I like the Galaxy Nexus, but it's not my favorite because there's nothing I can say other than the ICS on it, and the NFC. That features that I really don't need. Honestly, I don't need NFC right now. I can still keep using my credit cards. I guess Google Wallet is cool, but I think it's too early for America. Because a lot of credit cards are not supported, but it's still a really good phone, and I know a lot of die-hard Nexus fans out there. But don't worry, I'm one of them. I've bought Nexus 1, Nexus S. I've had every Nexus phone Google has made, except for the G1, which pretty much sucked. But compared to these two, I would say the Galaxy Nexus is much better, of course. And then will come out the Galaxy Note. No one has it except me and people who bought the unlocked version on the on the Amazon. I really love this phone. I mean, it's just like, I'll show you how big this thing is. You can take like two screens of an iPhone exactly, almost exactly, and you get the size of a Galaxy Note. The cool thing about the Galaxy Note, they just sold 1 million units of this in 2 months worldwide, and they haven't even sold these in the U.S. And when they start selling these, people are gonna start buying this Galaxy Note because the resolution is higher. It's almost double the iPhone 4S, and also it's higher than even iPad. And it's, you know, it's like you have two phones with you, and it's still thinner than iPhone 4S. But what I really love about the Galaxy Note is honestly the battery life is so awesome. It's got a 2500 milliamp per hour battery. That's bigger than any of these standard batteries on any of these phones. Almost double. And the battery life, I can go full day, like full browsing, no problem. A day and a half, almost 2 days. And I did a comparison with the iPhone and all my Android phones. This one, the battery life lasts so long. It's the longest lasting. Plus, you have the note-taking feature, and it's great to watch movies and stuff because of the large screen resolution. It's simply a device. I mean, you don't have to buy a phone and a tablet. Just buy this, then you have best of both worlds. You know, one drawback is that, you know, the screen is big. If you have like really small hands, this is probably maybe not for you, because you're gonna, you know, have to use two hands. But for me, it's kind of usable. I have pretty, you know, bigger than average hand, so I can pretty much type with one hand. But for those of you who have small hands, or ladies out there, it might not be the phone for you. But the screen, as you can see, is huge. It's double. The resolution is almost double. Look at that. So it's a great viewing device for the internet, and also watching movies for a long period of time, long term. Whereas the smaller screens, it's hard to, you know, look at it all day long. And my dad has two iPhones, and you know, he always complains to me he can't browse the web because everything's so small. So for older people and you know, people, yeah, for older people who can't see that well, this might be a refreshing screen. But my dad's not gonna change. He just buys it because it's Apple, not because of the phone features or whatever. So a lot of us are programmed to buy something, so don't be one of those people. Take the blue pill and, you know, get into the real world like me. Anyway, that was just an overview of the different phones that came out this year. If there's any phones you want me to do a heads-on battle, don't forget to leave in the comments section, and I'll have a detailed review of the latest super phones. I would say these four are the best phones on the market right now. Soon, so watch out for that, and see y'all later. Have happy holidays and subscribe.